Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we will go through application process in details. So if you're interested in this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on your bell notification so you won't miss my new videos, and don't forget to put a thumbs up. So before further ado, let's get started. You need to go to studyinkorea.go.kr where you can find all the files that you need for your application process, and all the links, all the information will be in the description box, also emails too. I will read all the important parts of this process, of the scholarship process and stuff. The bachelor's degree is a total of 5 years. 1 year is your language school. If you don't know Korean, you will learn it. And 4 years is your undergraduate program. And then associate degree is a total of 3 or 4 years. So here are the countries that actually participate in this scholarship. And I see my country, and yeah, I am from Tajikistan. I am so interested who are those two lucky students. Basically, there are two main tracks, embassy track and university track. What does it mean is that you either choose embassy track where you send all your documents. You don't need to send to any university, they will figure it out by themselves. And there is university track where you directly email and send all your documents to university. What is good about embassy track is that you can choose up to 3 universities and different majors. But in case of university track, you can choose only one university, which is so sad, because like if you choose embassy track and if you don't get into one university, you have 2 other choices, or maybe if you don't get into 2 other universities, you still have another university where you can study, right? So let's look at the embassy track first. Embassy track has actually type A and type B universities. In type A, there are 14 institutions, you can read them. There is Korea University and Seoul National University and Ewha Women's University. I actually did a video about all these universities, and if you're interested, you can check them out, like the application process and stuff, and I had interview with students of those universities, so yes, you can check them out. And then there's type B university. In type B, there are 24 institutions. I am not seeing KAIST or UNIST universities, which are scientific universities. But university track has regional university track, which is like only for natural science and engineering majors. Look at the universities carefully if you want to study in these universities, and if you do, you need to make sure to choose your major as a natural science or engineering, okay? And there's associate degree track, and then available fields of study. Available field of study, like majors, departments that you want to know if university has something. I will talk about and show you all information about universities in my next video. And in that video, I will give you all information about universities, the emails and stuff, and what majors they have. So we will go through that in next video. And applicants must choose their majors, fields of study that are only listed in the university information file, okay? Not other, like let's say if university doesn't have psychology major, and if you choose psychology major, makes no sense, right? Like who will teach you that? So yes, you need to know that even if universities, departments or majors that you intend to apply offer English taught courses, it may be subject to change depending on the circumstances. If university tells that your classes, your major is mainly taught in English, don't believe it, because you are in Korea and you need to communicate in Korean most of the time, because not everyone speaks English there, unfortunately. So even though your major is taught in English, your lectures might be in English, or your lectures might be in Korean but your presentation will be in English. So there's some situations like that, and I did interview with my friend who studies in SNU, and he talked about that too. Okay, now let's look at the eligibility. First and the most important is your nationality. you should not be Korean. Shortly, you should be foreigner. If you read these 3 parts, they all tell you about your nationality, that you should not be Korean. And if you are Korean, but you change your nationality, your citizenship, your passport, you should provide specific documents proving that, okay? But if your parents are Koreans and you are not, you still cannot apply. So make sure that you don't have similar cases, okay? Then your age for this program for undergraduate should be under 25 years old of age as of March 1st, 2021. But this application is like for this year, so it must be like you should be under 25 by March 2022, okay? Then high school graduates or expected graduates, you should hold high school diploma as of March 1st, 2022, or must be expected to graduate high school by March 1st, 2022. So if you are still in high school, you should provide your document that proves that you will graduate in a specific month while you are applying for this scholarship, okay? And the other thing is your grades. All applicants must have maintained the overall grade point average CGPA equivalent to or higher than any one of the following from their respective universities. So bachelor's degree applicant, you should have 80% or above on a 100-point scale or be ranked within the top 20% within one's class. And for associate degree applicants who are like natural science majors and engineering, you should have 75% or above on a 100-point scale or be ranked within the top 25% of your class. Then, other part is your health. Health is the most important, especially during these times. So all applicants must be in good health, both mentally and physically, obviously, to study in Korea for the full duration of degree or research programs. Basically, what does it mean is that if you take this program, you should not leave Korea. I mean, like, you can go for like holidays and stuff, but not for a full semester or a whole year leave Korea. That's why they need to make sure that you have good health condition. And when you pass the second round, like, you need to send your medical checkup. And in case of mentally, when you will study in Korea, you will be so stressed and depressed. I'm telling you from my experience of a high schooler, not a university student, but high schooler. It is so stressful and you will get into depression when you will study, but like, it depends on your abilities, how you handle the stress. So yes. And now let's look at the restriction on applying to this program. So a person who have graduated a high school, including international school in Korea, or hold a bachelor's degree cannot apply to this program. This restriction is actually for me. I cannot apply for this program because I graduated Korean high school in Korea. I didn't know about this program. If I knew it before, I would think about it like twice. Also, if you already took this program, you cannot apply for this. Otherwise, if you did undergraduate and now you want to do master's, you can reapply for this. The other restriction is that an applicant can only apply for one track and cannot apply for multiple tracks. You either apply for university track or embassy. The preference is that if you have topic level 3 or above, you will be given additional 10% points of total marks during the evaluation. And the required documents are basically application form, personal statement, study plan, 2 letters of recommendation, GKS applicant agreement, personal medical assessment, certificate of high school graduation or expected graduation certificate, high school grade transcripts, applicant's proof of citizenship document, applicant's parents' proof of citizenship document, awards and other certificates, certificate of valid topic score, certificate of valid English proficiency test, and note that these 2 are optional. In my third part of the video, I will go through application form, personal statement, study plan, and 2 letters of recommendation. Now let's look at the notes. All your documents should be either in Korean or English, not any other languages. Application documents must be presented in their original forms. If an applicant has to submit photocopied documents, applicant must have the photocopies notarized, apostille, or receive consular confirmation and submit those certified documents. Your documents should be submitted in the order of required documents. And your recommendation letters must be written by 2 recommenders. One person cannot write 2 letters for you. For awards and certificates of accomplishment, photocopies are acceptable. If you send the proof of your citizenship, you should send an original birth certificate issued by the government of the applicant's country, an original family register issued by the government of the applicant's country, and passport copies of the applicant and applicant's parents. No need for notarization. You can choose between these 3 documents. Okay, now let's go to embassy track applicants. So embassy track applicants must submit 1 set of original application documents and 3 sets of the photocopied application documents. Take notes because this is really important. Then university track applicants, they must submit 1 set of original application documents. No need of any other sets of photocopied documents. If you apply for embassy track, you need to apply to Korean embassy which is in your country. If you are in different country right now, and if you are thinking to apply through that country's Korean embassy, you cannot do that. Why? I don't know. You just cannot do that. You should apply in your country to Korean embassy which is in your country. Okay, make sure that one. And for university track applicants, you must directly apply to one of Korean universities that are participating in this program. So basically, when you apply for embassy track, you send your documents to them, then they send these documents to NIIED, and then they send to universities. So decision about your application depends also in embassy and in university. So embassy be like, oh, this application is actually interesting, so they send it to university, and then university also should make a decision if they will accept you. So in those cases, embassy might have interview with you, or university will have interview with you. But sometimes they might not have an interview. Depends on your documents. Like if there's anything questionable about your documents, they might have interview with you. To make sure that you are not late or too early, you need to email or call your embassy which is in your country and or to university, like just to make sure everything, that you are not missing anything. Just email and call them. They will answer you. And this is actually their job to answer you. They get paid for this. University and field of study choice. Embassy track applicants, you must choose 3 different desired universities and available fields of study among 38 universities listed in section 3. Type A and Type B. And yes, you must include at least 1 university from Type B. I told you that embassy track has Type A and Type B universities, so just go through those universities and look which universities you want to apply, and please make sure that you apply for Type B university too. Then university track applicants. Applicants must choose a major and one desired university among 30 universities. And applicants of regional university for natural science and engineering majors can only apply to majors in science, technology, and engineering field. So there are actually 3 rounds. First round of selection. Applicants submit application to the relevant Korean embassies or Korean universities designed by NIIET. Each embassy and university selects candidates among the applicants based on NIED's selection criteria. Then second round of selection is the NEET. Let's just say NEET. The NEET selection committee conducts the second round of selection among candidates that pass the first round of selection. Then the third round of selection, embassy track applicants only. So for university there is only 2 rounds, for embassy there are 3. So the applications of the second round successful candidates will finally be reviewed by the university for admission. The final round successful candidates must receive admission from at least one of the universities they applied in order to be selected as GKS scholars. So the final decision depends on your university of choice. Now let's look at the application screening and the evaluation. What they actually look at and what are the most important documents. These are the academic transcript, personal statement, statement of purpose or research proposal, letters of recommendation, certificates of language proficiency, Korean or English, publications, awards, and etc. My advice is focus more on these documents, okay? Academic transcript, I don't think you can do anything with that. Like, if you already have it, you have it. You cannot fix it. But if you are, let's say, in 9th grade or 10th grade, you still can fix it if it's bad. If it's bad, okay? Okay. Personal statement is the most important. All universities, institutions, any places, they focus on your personal statement. Why? Why they want to apply? What they want to get from this program and stuff, okay? The most important document, and I will talk about personal statement in next video. Now let's look at the selection timeline. From September to October, there's application submission, which means you need to submit your documents during this time. Send them to embassy, like before sending, notarize, make sure everything is correct, everything is perfect, like just make sure about it. But my advice is that please prepare all your documents 3 or 4 months prior to the application process, because you will be depressed, stressed out if you're doing it during like the week of the deadline. So please make sure that you prepare all your documents a few months prior. Then October to November is first round of selection. Late November, early December is the announcement of second round of successful candidates, which means if you got in, you got in. Then in December, you need to submit your medical checkup results that you're really healthy and stuff. In December, there will be third round of successful candidates, and this is only for embassy track application, okay? In January, you will see the announcement of your like undergraduate degree scholars who got in and stuff, and you will get invitation email. And then during those times, you will apply for visa, documentation and stuff, really annoying stuff. But finally in February, the late February, you will arrive, hopefully to Korea, and then you will have orientation and stuff. This is actually all for the process, restrictions, qualification and stuff. All information, all the links, emails will be in the description box. So make sure to check everything. So that's all for this video, guys. See you in the next video. Bye bye.